What up, guys? What up, guys? What up, guys? It is Ian Tubbs here, and today we're going to be talking about faith over fear of failure, aka FOFOF. Lately, I've been reading stories from the Old Testament. I've been reading about people such as Job and Abraham, who were people of great wealth. And right now, I want to read to you guys out of the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 15 through 17. Okay, now in this chapter, this is when God is making the covenant with Abraham, talking about him and his wife and how he's going to be a father of many nations because nations are going to be coming through her, okay? Verse 15, it says, God continued speaking to Abraham, and Sarai, your wife, don't call her Sarai any longer. Call her Sarah. I'll bless her. Yes, I'll give you a son by her. Oh, how I'll bless her. Nations will come from her. Kings of nations will come from her. Verse 17, Abraham fell flat on his face, and then he laughed, thinking, can a 100-year-old man father a son? And can Sarah, at 99 years, have a baby? Faith over fear of failure. Here's what we're going to talk about, okay? Logic said, I'm an old man, fam. So is my wife. We're old. I remember when a nickel used to cost a penny. Logic says we're old, but as you all know, that's why he's known as that's why the fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, not only did he have the son, but he became a father of many nations. So logic said, I'm an old man. But faith said, because God spoke it, it could happen. However, if that logic got replaced with doubt, doubt would have become the limitation. Doubt would have said, I'm an old man. Man, I don't know about that. I mean, that's not, I don't know, man. That's doubt. There's a difference, okay? The difference between logic and doubt, all right? Faith over fear of failure. What does that have to do with business, and what does that have to do with business? Like I said, there's a difference between logic and a difference between doubt, okay? When it comes down to logic, a lot of times we look at it such as there's things like, oh, I grew up in a bad neighborhood, or, people around me have tried this exact thing and they failed. That's logic. There's even parts of logic that says, there's even people in my family who tried it and they failed. But then doubt says this. It says, because I grew up in a bad neighborhood, or because people around me have tried it and they failed, or because people around me in my family have failed, that means I can't do it. No. They are not you. Don't let doubt become your limitation. It's one thing to have doubts, but then it's one thing to basically give into those doubts and then say, because of that, I can't do it. No. You have to learn how to step out on faith and say, if I try this, throw that whole failure thing out of the window. Throw it out the window. Faith over fear of failure. You might have even had times in the past. There's also other parts of logic that say, I failed at something in the past, or there's even people who've said, I don't have a degree, and what? You cannot let the logic move into doubt, and then doubt move into the limitations, okay? One of the best quotes that I've heard is this. People are not great because they haven't failed. People are great because they haven't let failure stop them. Let me tell you this. A lot of your favorite artists, celebrities, people along those lines, a lot of people that you look up to, let me tell you something about them. You would not look up to them if they let failure stop them. Do you know why? Because you wouldn't even know who they were if they let failure stop them. A lot of the greatest people, a lot of your favorite singers, your favorite athletes, your favorite entrepreneurs, would you look up to them if they failed? You wouldn't, because they wouldn't even be on your radar. Okay? One of the things that I heard a while ago is, we all know Shakira. And one of the things I actually heard about her was before Shakira became the Shakira that we all know now, they said she sounded like a goat. If she let that get to her and just say, you know what, they don't like me, maybe I should, would she be the same Shakira that she is now? One of my all-time favorite music groups is Linkin Park, okay? They are a huge inspiration to me. Listened to their documentary years ago, and they talked about, like in the documentary, it said that they got dropped from so many different major record labels. And a lot of times we look at that and be like, but they are now known as one of the biggest rock bands. That's why they've been able to collaborate with so many of the greats. Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Pusha T, Taka from 1OK Rock, people like that. Because they didn't let failure stop them. Getting dropped from labels, bro. Those labels that dropped them missed out. Even Bryce didn't let failure stop him. Faith. We have faith in what we do. Hebrews. We all know Hebrews. Hebrews 11:1, which says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. All right? But in a different translation, the Message translation, it says, the fundamental fact of existence that this trust in God, this faith, is the firm foundation under everything that makes life worth living. It's our handle on what we can't see. The act of faith is what distinguished our ancestors, set them above the crowd. It's the evidence of things unseen. We don't see the results we want, but you cannot let that fear stand in your way. That fear saying, let me quit now, let me just go get a 9-to-5. No. You got to see where it is you want your family to be, and you got to work towards that. You got to see where it is that you want your kids to be. You got to see the life that you want them to have, and you can't let that doubt and that failure stand in your way. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Bryce, okay? I'm a musician. Years ago, 2019, I did a tour. I went to Detroit, Kalamazoo, and Wayne. Now, I remember the first night where I did my thing out in Detroit, okay? Now, I remember driving home, and I remember Bryce expressing his frustration about just a lot of different things, about things not moving in the direction that he wanted it to. Let me tell you this. Had he let that frustration stand in his way, I'm going to add that too. Limitations and doubts and frustration. Now, if he let those frustrations stand in his way, you guys wouldn't even be watching this page right now. You wouldn't be here. He wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here because he wouldn't be here. He didn't let the frustration stop him, and that's why he's right here right now. And that's the same attitude that a lot of you guys gotta have. People are not great because they haven't failed. They're great because they didn't let failure stop them. And that same fire and that same drive is what you have to have. You gotta understand what's on the other side of that doubt. Doubt is nothing but a wall. Doubt is nothing but a door, and you're the one that holds the key to it. And when you walk through that door and you see what's on the other side, join us, man, and let's get there together. I love y'all. Glory to King Jesus. I'll see y'all soon.